50 Rules for Life. Are you constantly feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges? Do you find yourself reacting to circumstances rather than responding with wisdom and purpose? That gnawing feeling that you're not in control of your own life, it's universal, isn't it? We all struggle with negative thoughts, emotional reactions, and the sense that we're merely surviving rather than truly thriving. If you're seeking practical wisdom to transform your life and find inner peace amid chaos, you've arrived at exactly the right place. Before we dive into these life-changing Stoic principles, please take a moment to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss future videos on ancient wisdom for modern living. If you find value in today's exploration, giving this video a thumbs up helps others discover these transformative ideas too. I'm curious, what area of your life do you feel most needs the steadying hand of Stoic wisdom right now? Share in the comments below, and let's build a community of growth and support. Now, let's explore 50 powerful Stoic rules that can transform your life. 1. Focus on what you can control. The dichotomy of control is perhaps the most fundamental Stoic principle. External events, other people's opinions, and the past are beyond your control. Your thoughts, actions, and judgments are within your domain. When you find yourself anxious about something, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, practice letting go. If it is, take decisive action. This simple distinction can eliminate countless hours of needless worry. What's one thing you've been stressing about that's actually outside your control? Share your realization in the comments. 2. Accept what you cannot control. Resistance to reality is the source of much suffering. When you fight against what cannot be changed, you waste precious energy and create inner turmoil. The Stoics practiced acceptance not as resignation but as clear-eyed recognition of reality. As Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. 3. Virtue is the only good. The Stoics believed that true good lies solely in virtue. Wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Everything else, wealth, health, reputation, is neither good nor bad in itself, but becomes so depending on how we use it. This perspective liberates you from the endless pursuit of external validation. Your worth isn't determined by your possessions or achievements, but by your character. How would your priorities change if you truly believed virtue was the only good? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. 4. Vice is the only evil. Conversely, the only true harm comes from vice. Foolishness, injustice, cowardice, and intemperance. External misfortunes can't truly harm your inner self unless you allow them to corrupt your character. When facing challenges, ask yourself, can this make me a worse person? If not, then it cannot truly harm you. 5. The Stoics urged us to align ourselves with the natural order of the universe and our own rational nature. This means understanding our place in the greater whole and living in harmony with both universal principles and our authentic selves. Living according to nature isn't about primitive existence, but about recognizing the rational and social aspects of human nature and living accordingly. 6. Reason is your guiding principle. Your capacity for rational thought is your greatest asset. While emotions are natural, they should be examined and guided by reason, not allowed to dictate your actions. As Marcus Aurelius advised, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Choose those thoughts wisely. What thought pattern do you most need to change? Share your reflection below. 7. Practice negative visualization. The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, contemplating potential losses and hardships, might seem pessimistic, but actually fosters gratitude and resilience. By regularly imagining the loss of what you value, you appreciate it more deeply while preparing yourself emotionally for life's inevitable challenges. 8. Remember death. Memento mori. Reflecting on your mortality isn't morbid, it's clarifying. Death gives life urgency and meaning. It strips away the trivial and focuses your attention on what truly matters. Ask yourself, if I died tomorrow, would I be satisfied with how I live today? Let this question guide your priorities. 9. Love your fate. Amor fati. Whatever happens, embrace it as if you had chosen it. This doesn't mean passively accepting injustice, but finding opportunity in every circumstance and refusing to be diminished by hardship. As Nietzsche, inspired by the Stoics, wrote, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity." 10. Live in the present moment. The past is gone, the future uncertain. Only the present moment offers the opportunity for action and choice. When your mind wanders to past regrets or future anxieties, gently bring it back to the here and now. As Seneca said, 2 elements must be rooted out once for all: the fear of future suffering and the recollection of past suffering, since the latter no longer concerns me and the former concerns me not yet. How often do you catch yourself dwelling on the past or worrying about the future? Share your experience with present moment awareness in the comments. 11. Practice self-discipline. Self-discipline is the foundation of Stoic practice. By developing control over your impulses and desires, you strengthen your will and align your actions with your values. Start with small daily practices, perhaps cold showers, intermittent fasting, or limiting social media, to build your discipline muscle. 12. Develop resilience. Life will test you. Cultivate the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges, viewing them as opportunities for growth rather than reasons for despair. As Epictetus, who was born a slave and suffered exile, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." 13. Seek wisdom continuously. The pursuit of wisdom is lifelong. Read widely, question assumptions, learn from experience, and apply knowledge to live better. Wisdom isn't just accumulating information, but developing sound judgment and the ability to apply knowledge virtuously in life. What book or idea has most influenced your pursuit of wisdom? Share your recommendation below. 14. Practice courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but acting virtuously despite it. Face difficult conversations, make hard decisions, stand up for what's right, even when afraid. Remember that courage, like any virtue, grows stronger with practice. Each brave act makes the next one easier. 15. Cultivate temperance. In a world that celebrates excess, practice moderation. Find the middle path between indulgence and asceticism, recognizing that true satisfaction comes not from having more, but from wanting less. As Seneca advised, it is not the man who has too little who is poor, but the one who hankers after more. 16. Exercise justice. Treat others fairly and equitably. Justice extends beyond legal compliance to how you treat everyone you encounter, recognizing their inherent dignity and worth. Ask yourself regularly, am I contributing to a more just world through my actions and choices? 17. Practice gratitude daily. Actively appreciate what you have rather than focusing on what you lack. Gratitude transforms your perspective and fosters contentment. Try this. Each night, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Notice how this simple practice shifts your attention from scarcity to abundance. What are you most grateful for today? I'd love to hear in the comments. 18. Control your perceptions. It's not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. When something seems negative, ask, is this truly harmful, or is it my interpretation making it so? By questioning your initial perceptions, you gain freedom from automatic negative reactions. 19. Detach from outcomes. Focus on the process and your virtuous actions rather than results. Outcomes often lie beyond your control, but your effort and intention do not. This detachment doesn't mean not caring, it means caring primarily about what you can control, your own conduct. 20. Embrace discomfort. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone. Deliberately seek challenges that stretch your capabilities and build resilience. Cold exposure, fasting, difficult exercise, these voluntary hardships prepare you for life's inevitable challenges while expanding your capacity for endurance. 21. Practice empathy. Understand that everyone is fighting their own battles. Try to see the world through others' eyes, even when they frustrate or oppose you. As Marcus Aurelius advised, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from bad. 22. Be kind and compassionate. Kindness is a strength, not a weakness. Treat others with compassion, even when they're difficult. Remember that harsh behavior often stems from inner suffering. Has someone's unexpected kindness ever changed your day? Share your experience below. 23. Forgive others. Resentment harms you more than the person you resent. Forgiveness frees you from the burden of anger and allows you to move forward unburdened. This doesn't mean condoning harmful actions, but refusing to let them poison your inner peace. 24. Be tolerant of others' faults. Everyone is imperfect, including you. Practice patience with others' shortcomings, remembering that they, like you, are works in progress. As Epictetus said, when anyone provokes you, remember that it is your own opinion which provokes you. 25. Speak truthfully and honestly. Maintain integrity in your words. Dishonesty complicates life and compromises your character, while truthfulness simplifies and clarifies. This doesn't mean brutal honesty without tact, but speaking truth with kindness and appropriate timing. 26. Listen more than you speak. Seek first to understand before being understood. Active listening builds deeper connections and provides valuable insights. Next time you're in conversation, try this. Focus completely on understanding the other person rather than planning your response. 27. Avoid gossip and idle talk. Focus your communication on meaningful topics. Gossip not only potentially harms others, but diminishes your own character. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say true, necessary, and kind? If not, perhaps silence is better. 28. Be a good citizen. Contribute positively to your community. The Stoics emphasized our social nature and the importance of civic duty. How can you serve your community today? Even small actions create ripples of positive change. 29. Respect all people. Treat everyone with dignity, regardless of their status or background. Recognize the shared humanity in all individuals. This universal respect doesn't depend on others earning it, but acknowledges their inherent worth as rational beings. 30. Practice generosity. Share your resources, knowledge, and time. Generosity enriches both the giver and receiver, creating connection and meaning. What's one way you could be more generous today? I'd love to hear your ideas in the comments. 31. Examine your impressions. Before reacting to events, pause and analyze your initial impression. Is it accurate? Is it helpful? Challenge knee-jerk reactions. and choose thoughtful responses. This brief pause between stimulus and response is where your freedom lies. 32. Control your anger. Anger rarely serves you well. When you feel it rising, pause, breathe, and consider whether this emotion will help or harm the situation. As Seneca wrote in his essay on anger, no plague has cost the human race more. 33. Reduce your fear. Most fears never materialize. Identify what truly frightens you and confront it rationally. Often, the anticipation is worse than the reality. What fear has been holding you back? Share below if you're comfortable. 34. Manage your grief. Loss is inevitable in life. Acknowledge and process grief, but avoid excessive lamentation. Honor what you've lost by living well with what remains. As Seneca advised after losing his own child, what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. 35. Cultivate tranquility. Inner peace comes not from controlling external circumstances, but from mastering your responses to them. Practice finding calm amid chaos. Daily meditation, even for just a few minutes, can significantly enhance your capacity for tranquility. 36. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Mindfulness helps you become aware of your internal state and manage it more effectively. Try this simple practice. For 1 minute, focus solely on your breath. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back. 37. Journal regularly. Reflect on your day, your actions, and your progress in applying Stoic principles. Journaling aids self-awareness and provides a record of your journey. Marcus Aurelius never intended his meditations for publication. They were personal reflections to clarify his thinking and strengthen his resolve. 38. Meditate on Stoic principles. Regularly contemplate Stoic teachings and their application to your life. Meditation deepens understanding and reinforces virtuous habits. Try selecting one Stoic quote each morning and reflecting on it throughout the day. 39. Seek solitude. Spend time alone for reflection and self-examination. Solitude provides space for introspection and strengthens inner resilience. In our hyper-connected world, intentional solitude has become more valuable than ever. 40. Avoid envy and jealousy. Focus on your own progress rather than comparing yourself to others. Envy is a destructive emotion that undermines your happiness. Remember that you rarely see others' struggles, only their highlights. How has comparison affected your happiness? Share your experience below. 41. Find purpose in virtue. Let virtue be your guiding star and the source of your fulfillment. Living virtuously is its own reward and the path to eudaimonia, flourishing. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? Let this vision guide your daily choices. 42. Live simply. Reduce your attachment to material possessions and external comforts. Simplicity frees you from unnecessary desires and distractions. Try this. For 1 week, buy nothing non-essential. Notice how this affects your contentment. 43. Value time wisely. Time is your most precious and finite resource. Use it intentionally and avoid wasting it on trivial pursuits. As Seneca wrote, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. 44. Seek meaningful work. Engage in activities that align with your values and contribute to something larger than yourself. Meaningful work provides purpose and satisfaction. This doesn't necessarily mean changing careers. It might mean finding deeper purpose in your current role or in volunteer activities. 45. Develop meaningful relationships. Cultivate strong and virtuous connections with others. Meaningful relationships provide support, joy, and a sense of belonging. Quality matters more than quantity. Invest deeply in a few important relationships rather than maintaining many superficial ones. Who are the most important people in your life? Have you told them lately? Share your thoughts below. 46. Learn from your mistakes. View mistakes as opportunities for growth. Reflect on your errors without self-condemnation and commit to doing better. The Stoics practiced evening reflection, asking, "What did I do wrong today? What did I do right? What could I have done better?" 47. Continuously improve yourself. Embrace lifelong learning and strive for constant self-improvement in virtue and wisdom. Stoicism is a journey of continuous progress. Remember that progress isn't linear, it's about consistent effort over time, not perfection. 48. Be authentic. Live in accordance with your values and be true to yourself. Authenticity fosters integrity and inner harmony. As Marcus Aurelius advised, be your own master and look at things as a man, as a human being, as a citizen, as a mortal creature. 49. Leave a positive impact. Strive to make the world better through your actions and contributions. Focus on leaving a legacy of virtue and positive influence. Ask yourself, how will the world be different because I lived in it? 50. Live a life of purpose and virtue. Integrate all these principles into a coherent and meaningful life. Stoicism isn't just a set of rules, but a way of living that leads to a more virtuous, fulfilling, and tranquil existence. Remember that Stoicism is practiced, not merely understood. Knowledge without action changes nothing. What Stoic principle resonates most strongly with you? Which will you begin practicing today? Share your commitment in the comments below. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic wisdom. If you found value in these principles, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. Subscribe for more content on practical philosophy for modern living. Until next time, remember the words of Epictetus. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do.